Just for your edification, it's a motion to revoke and a new case of DWI third. We're gonna run CC 4 years. No probation.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, the court is calling 2026 CR 002-947 State versus Alan J. Hernandez. Could I have parties announced for the record, please?
James Seeloff for the defense.
And are you Mr. Hernandez? Probation, there's no application in this case.
No.
All right. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Hernandez, did you review the waiver of indictment, reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to have a grand jury review the evidence in this case and make a decision on whether or not to hold you over for trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you understand your attorney has the right to have 2 days pass upon the presentation of the information and 10 days to prepare for trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you're giving up those rights? And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
All right, so the rights I've explained to you, do you understand
Yes,
them?
ma'am.
Are you giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Are you intending to give up those rights and enter into whatever plea bargain agreement you've reached?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived indictment, reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Did you review the information with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are you waiving the reading of the information?
Yes, we are.
State, are you proceeding on the information as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? You're charged with driving while intoxicated, third or more. That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Do you understand? You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, he has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I believe he was.
Mr. Hernandez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promise you anything other than the plea? Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
ma'am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There's a $1,400 fine. This will run concurrent with 2022 CR 2976. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense,
That's our agreement.
state. Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
By signing that you're waiving your right to appeal, the only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No,
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
guilty.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. Proceed off receipts, exhibit 1 and all attachments.
No objection.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, he's 61 years old and he has a problem, obviously, and together with the motion to revoke, we think this is the only way to go.
All right, the court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a 2-year driver's license suspension, $1,400 fine, time and money to run concurrent. This will run concurrent with 2022 CR 2976, and the court will recommend the therapeutic community. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes,
All right, we're proceeding in 2022 CR 2976. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Alan J. Hernandez who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 2976 for the offense of driving while intoxicated third or more on June 14, 2022 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 1, on or about the 21st day of January 2026 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Alan J. Hernandez, committed the offense of driving while intoxicated in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
State will waive the remaining allegation.
Any objection?
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 4 years in the prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Judge, the proposed agreement is to grant state's motion and sentence Mr. Hernandez to 4 years in prison.
To run concurrent with the. Okay, yeah, that's our understanding.
Are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. State, you may be excused. All right. All right, the court will grant the motion. The court will revoke. The court, as previously stated, is finding violation of condition number 1 true. Court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison. This will run concurrent with 2026 CR 002947, therapeutic community and 2-year license suspension. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we got the record. Here's the thing.
Credit for time served? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
he'll receive credit for any time, sir.
I didn't hear it the last time.
Oh, that's okay. Legally, you're entitled to any time that you have served. You understand? All right, we can go off the record. The therapeutic community, I don't have any jurisdiction to have them place you in the program, but on the judgment, it will show that I'm requesting that for you. You really need to do your best to get in that program because you have an alcohol problem, right? And if you don't solve that, what's going to end up happening at some point, you're going to be listed as a habitual. The minimum will be 25 years, or either worst case scenario, you're going to end up driving and killing someone. All right. All right. Good luck to you. When you're released from custody, if you can't find a sober support house to live in, you come back here. I will pick up the phone if I'm still here and find a place for you. Okay. All right. Good luck to you.
I suggest AA.
Mhm.
Good program. Okay, good luck, sir. Good luck, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
How's it look?
Oh, it is.
Still off the record.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Okay,
All right.
there's too many Stephanies in the 180.
No, there's only one.
Okay, okay.
All right. Who's here on Maricela Urabas? Here you go. All right, who's next?
Listen, I have.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's supposed to be Merit Chacon.
Okay.
Lindsay, that's dismissal is for you. And are they on the docket today?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Should my client come up to you, Judge?
Yes.
Or-
And there needs to be a bond set on each one, correct?
Yeah, I don't represent him on the other one, but I'm fine to request that. Yes, Judge. Somehow he has two lawyers. I think it might have been I got off the wheel last summer for a while. It may have been during that time.
Norma, you want to call the defense attorney on the other case and see if there's any objection for Ms. Chacon being on both? That will probably be easier for everyone.
Brandon?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think I asked him last time.
and he didn't care. Okay, great.
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 009908 and 2025 CR 009982. Do I have parties announced for the record?
Brandon British, state.
Marriage cone for Mr. Moore.
And are you Mr. Moore?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so to address the preliminary matter, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Troy James Moore.
All right, and the cause numbering in 82, your attorney is listed as Brandon Lopez. It's the court's understanding that he has no objection to Ms. Chacon being placed on both of your cases. Do you have any objection to his withdrawal?
No.
All right, and Attorney Chacon, do you have any objection to being placed on both of the cases?
No, Judge, it makes it easier.
All right, thank you. And we're off the record just briefly. Is a oral motion for a bond to be set in each of these cause numbers. Is that correct to both parties?
Yes.
Correct.
And defense, I'm sorry, state, you have no objection to the defense's oral motion?
Not at all.
All right, defense, do you have any evidence for the court?
I need to call my client only for the purpose of him addressing not coming to court.
All right, and you're still on oath. You may proceed.
Mr. Moore, can you explain to the judge why you missed court in November? I believe it was November.
That was on Friday, but I came here, actually, I came on Friday. It's Thursday. I get the dates mixed up on one day. I was outside there, the door was locked.
Mhm.
So, and then that's why I missed out one day.
So when you came on Friday, there was no one here to check in with? Is that right?
Right.
Okay. Nothing further, Judge.
Okay. Then it's the court's understanding that you all have agreed to a bond or asking me to follow an agreement?
Yes, Judge, I believe our agreement is he's currently on bond for a 1 to 4 case at around 3,500. Because he was not showing up to court, we'd ask that you increase that bond to 7,000.
And then what is the bond in the 82 case?
It's 2,000.
All right, and does he have any criminal history, violent history?
These are a few arrests for assault, Judge, but it's mostly thefts, drug use, things like that.
All right, and has there been any conviction for any violent offenses? And I'm looking it up as well.
I don't believe so. But I don't have the history in front of me.
Odyssey is so slow.
I do know that he lacks the means to make a very high bond.
Okay.
And the Veterans Treatment Court person is here so we can make sure he knows when his appointment is if he gets.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you? So he is scheduled for an assessment on the 27th of March. So I'm just here. Yes, I'm just here to encourage now that if we do make bond, make sure to report here on the 3rd floor, okay? And we'll reach out to you.
Okay.
All right, and what date is that?
At March 27th, Your Honor, at 11 a.m.
Did you get my phone number?
Yes, I'll make sure you go with the card, okay?
Thank you, man.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, March 27th at,
At 11 a.m.
all right, state.
Judge, I'm pulling up his criminal history in Bergen County right now. If I can have just a minute.
Sure.
Thank you, Judge, my fault.
I guess their computers are just as slow as yours.
Yes, mine is still
That's the
circling.
county way. Long for the old days, the dot matrix printed TCIC and CIC in the
Yep,
where you had to rip the sides off.
yes.
I do see conviction in 2020 for ABR.
And do you have a place to stay?
Yes.
And is that with someone?
Yes.
Are there any minors in with, is that a relative?
Yes.
And who is it? Is your mother or father?
Father.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. In 2025 CR 009908, the court is going to find that the defendant did not willfully fail to appear. The court will set the bond at $3,500. The court is going to order supportive outpatient treatment, waive the fees. There's to be regular UAs, waive fees. And as a part of your condition of bond, I'm going to order that you meet with Veterans Treatment Court on March 27th at 11 a.m. Is there anything else with regards to that?
Say good.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, and then in cause number 2020 CR 00982. Odyssey says no match found.
They dismissed that case then, Judge. We can do it.
The court and that cause number is going to set your bond at $2,500.
The one for 3,500, one for 2,500, right?
Yes. For
Okay.
35 and
All right,
20.
all right. Please.
Again, the court is going to find that the defendant did not willfully fail to appear. Court is going to order supportive outpatient treatment, waive the fees, regular UAs, waive fees. And the court is going to order that you meet with VTC on March 27, 2026 at 11 a.m.
Okay.
Is there anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
All right, off the record, VTC?
Yep.
If for some reason he's not able to bond out, is there any way you could see if it could be expedited?
100%. So we can actually, we had it set up already through our contact in the jail to where we'll do a Zoom. We do about a couple a week to where she'll reach out, get a date, and then we'll have our VJOs get on the Zoom as well with me, and we'll knock it out. So we'll, depending on what plays out here, that we'll jump on either.
All right, and if you contact VTC and make sure they know whether he's out or not.
Okay.
All right, is there anything else?
About the outpatient, with the outpatient thing, so when I bond out, I was, he said outpatient, something like that?
Yes, what's going to end up happening is pretrial services will reach out to you and they will give you what they approve for outpatient treatment. But since you're a veteran, they should allow you to go to the VA for that.
That's kind of proof of that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And if there's some issues or you have questions about anything, make sure you contact your attorney, or either if you get confused on dates, you can come back here and the clerks will let you know where you're supposed to be.
So I get a whole, here, the pretrial services when I bond out and they'll guide me from there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
ma'am.
You're welcome. Who's next?
Inspector,
Okay.
I have Matthew Allen asking for a Victor Espinosa. That is not on our